Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to learn data administration commands which comes under data control language. That means that in your database you protect your data. You have many users, multiple users, user A, user B, user C, all of them can access your data, right? Let's say you want to give permission for modification of any data to user B. Then what you have to do? You have to set that user A can only access the data. User C can only do particular part of the data, but user B can do the modification of the data. So as an administration, you have to create different users, you have to give different permission to different users, and in case you may need to revoke the permission or you may completely delete the user. So you understand these types of tasks you may have to do to protect your database so that nobody can misuse your database. Okay, different user will get different roles, and who will set those roles? You as a data administrator. And how to do that we are going to learn, that how we can create user, how we can give different kind of grant permission, how we can delete particular user, or how we can revoke that particular grant. Clear? So now let's start and we will understand in details. So this data science sphere, the database I have already created. Let me just refresh this one. Okay, now use this particular database. So in this database we will create the user. Okay, so for the first question is creates a new user named data admin. Okay, so I will create user and here you have to give the name. Let's say I provide data science administration or data science, let's say @ localhost. Okay, so sorry, this is the name. You can provide any name. Okay, so now if I just execute this, an user will be created. Fine, who can log in this localhost. Okay, now sets password to admin @1234. Sorry, 123. Here I have not given any password, so the user can simply log in. But you have to provide the password also, just like you give email ID and password. So if you want to set a password for them also, you just have to write identified by and whatever password you provide, admin @123. Now if I run this, that means this particular user can use this as their username and identified with this password. As this is once created, that's why it is showing as an error. You just can just give a different name. Okay, so this is the user ID, this is the password. This is how you create a particular user. Okay, now let's say you want to give him some permission. Now this gives the user select and insert privileges on all tables. Okay, in your database you have multiple tables and you want to give permission for selection and for insertion of all the tables. Okay, here our database name is different, so I will use a different name. These privileges allows the user to read, to add, but not update or delete. So you can see select and insert. Fine, so you have to write grant select insert on our database is different here, data science sphere. So I will write data science sphere and you have to give to the all the tables, so dot star. Okay, so as we don't have any tables yet, but if you have, you can, if you have a particular table, let's say you have employees and you have customers and you want to give them only access to employees table, then you have to write employee table. But here I'll write star. Star means all the tables. Okay, now to let's say this user ID. Okay, now you just have to, now you just have to execute this. See, so what you have done, you have given this particular user data science @ localhost to access all the tables. to do the selection, to do the insertion. Clear? Let's see show grants. Show grants means see all the privileges currently assigned to the user. Okay, so I just want to see what are the privileges they have so that I can do any kind of modification if I want. Okay, so you just have to write show grants, that means show all the privileges for whom? For this particular user. So you have to write this, right? Just see, we have given to do selection and insertion. Clear? If I tell you give them update and delete, then you just have to write grant update, grant delete, then this particular user will be do update and will be able to do deletion also. Clear? So this way you give grant, and this way you can see what are the grants provided to any particular user. Now let's say this you want to remove some privileges. You just want him to select but not do any kind of insertion. So you have to revoke. Okay. So let's see how can I revoke. Revoke. Which one you want to revoke? I don't want to give him insert permission. So revoke insert on, you have to give the database name. Here also, if you want to revoke permission from all the tables, you can write star. If you want to remove any particular table, then you have to write datascience dot that particular table name. Clear? From, you have to name the which one is the user. So from this particular user. Clear? Now let me show you. See, done. Now how can you check? If I copy this, paste, so you can see that revoke is done. See, earlier it was select and insert, now it is only select. Now your job is to give them grant an update operation and do the revoke operation for a new user. Okay, so that is your home task. Next one, let's say you want to set a new password. Okay, so how can I set password? So I just write set password for, before that let me create one user. So create user data. Okay, now just show me. Here I have created the user but I have not set the password. Okay, there I set the password as identified by, but here I am setting the password for the user which doesn't have any password yet. Okay, see how it works. For data equal to, what is the password you want to give? 1234. Okay, so in this way you can set password also. Fine. Now if you want, you can drop the user. Let's say that person has left the company, so you just want to delete that particular user account. Okay, so that is, drop user username. Let's say we will drop data. So data, that user we have created also, so you just delete. So that is deleted. Okay, clear? Okay, now let's say if I want to see whether this is deleted or not, so I want to check which are the users in my database. So let's select user host from mysql dot user. Let me run this. Okay, so there are so many user ID. If I want to see just for data science sphere, then we can write select user host from mysql dot db where database equals to data science sphere. Okay, now let me run this. See, we have created this one and this one we deleted the data one, so it is deleted, but this one is still existing. Now let me show you once again. If you just drop user and this one, right? So copy, right, this one, and let me drop this. Now if I run this, see, no user. Okay, so I hope completely clear to you how data control language, how data administration commands works. Okay, so bye, happy learning.